So breakfast is a cinnamon waffle topped with honeydew salsa and a little bit of sugar-free syrup and coffee black in jars.
Okay, so today we are going to once again do individual cooking and different recipes all at one time. I guess I'm going to go ahead and show you as I cook for my family and for myself, just like I did yesterday. Just because you might want to do any of the recipes, it's just lasagna, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to make a big, pretty regular vegetable lasagna. I'm going to make a small shrimp and Alfredo lasagna, and I'm going to make something that I call lasagna, named it after me. And it's basically no noodles or no pasta, and you're going to see how that works. It's like I make the layers with the portobello mushrooms, and that's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to show you the outfit. You've already seen the dress. It's like just a baby doll dress. Look, Mom, just for you. There's the boobs. There's the waist. Okay, so I'm going to back it up so that you can see. This reminds me of my grandma. Like, I got like the patterned stockings, and there's, ooh, the boots. I love these boots. These are my new boots. So, the entire thing, it's like, hello. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have a lot set up, but I have even more to get out, and the noodles are finishing up. So I'm going to go ahead and get all that together, and then we're going to make some lasagnas and one lasagna. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and make the lasagna first, which is the pasta-free version. I have a lot out. It's because we're going to do 3 different dishes, like I mentioned. It's I have a very small cooking space here, so we're just going to work around it. And this dish here has broccoli that I've cut off, like just the top of the trees of the florets, so it's like just the little green bits. It's got onions and baby portabellas, white onions, red onions, and baby portabellas. It's got fresh garlic that I've already, and it's got sliced carrots. Okay, so that's what we're gonna use, like in all of our dishes. Then I have the spinach, the fresh spinach, and I have the sliced portobello caps. They're sliced about, that's not a very good representation, but that thin. Alright, I'm trying to go through it all. Here is what I'm gonna, no, I lied to you. No, this is right. This is what I'm gonna cook it in. I think I might be lying to you. I am. This is what I'm gonna cook it in. How about that? That's what we'll do. Yeah, that'll give us more room. Okay, ready? Let's get started. We're going to do the pasta-free version first. I have 1 serving of fat-free ricotta and 1 serving of marinara sauce. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that up. I'm going to kill a cat. That's my pasta noodles kit that they're jumping around. That's going to wind up on the floor because of them. Okay, so we're stirring that up. I have some fresh herbs. I'm gonna break up and put in. I have to tell you, I cut my nails because of the art projects I was doing. Cooking with short nails is so much easier. Okay. Stir that all up nice and fresh. What else do we have? Ooh, the feta cheese, the fat-free feta cheese. This is, again, 1 serving. I'm gonna put it in with my sauce just because that makes it easier in my opinion. And here we go. All right. So we have our container. We're gonna start with a spoonful on the bottom. You know, 2 spoonfuls, whatever. Cover the bottom. Oh! I forgot my mozzarella cheese. Hold on. Fat-free mozzarella. Did you see my butt just now? If so, I'm gonna have to toilet like this. Oh, hold on. No, hopefully not. Okay. Let's, now I could probably eyeball this pretty good because I've measured it so many times, but just because I'm always fussing with you guys to measure, I'm gonna go ahead and measure it. 28 grams is an ounce. That was 24. I'm good. Bada bing, 28. See, I tell people all the time, once you commit to measuring, if you do it all the time, you're golden because you can start eyeballing it. All right, so we have our first layer. Can you see that if I put that up here? Our first layer of sauce on the bottom. And now we're going to take the spinach. Sorry about the noise. I'm going to put some right there so I can get to it. We're going to take the spinach and just sprinkle it. And we're going to take our thin sliced portabellas, just like you would a noodle in a lasagna. You're going to spread those down so that they look You guys know I like to switch back and forth. It's like, ooh, multiple camera angles. So that they look like this. That is our first layer. Okay, now we're going to do some more sauce on top of that. And then we're going to sprinkle some broccoli top it. Ooh. And we're going to put a couple of carrot pieces. And then we're going to put some more spinach. We're going to keep building it with our mushrooms in layers. Right? All right. More sauce, broccoli, carrots, spinach, some sauce. Uh-oh. Dripping. Alright. Some more mushrooms. This is going to be our final layer. You're going to put the mushrooms on. Just like you would the noodles. Just as flat as you can. There it is again. So that's what it's looking like from the side, and that's what it's looking like from the top. Now we're going to take the rest of our sauce. And we're going to spread it all around. And then we're going to take some more of the broccoli, and I like to just kind of drizzle the broccoli on. And then we're going to take the our mozzarella cheese and just top it. Now, this is actually, it's lunchtime right now, but we have dancing tonight, which means that I won't just be home and in the kitchen. So I am making dinner now. I am pre-making this because this is when I have the time to do so. And that means that tonight, all I have to do is just pop it in the oven. And I'm going to cook that for 45 minutes at 415 degrees, covered. And then I'm going to uncover it and cook it for another 10 minutes. And then I'm going to take it out. And you let it sit for 15. And then you serve it. Hot. It'll still be hot, but you want to let it sit so that it really just kind of marinates. It's just good, and it sets up with itself. It's nice. Okay, so that's ours. No pasta, so we cut out the carbohydrates there and the calories of it. I eat carbs, but I like to eat them in other places. I like them in my fruits. I like them in my, you know, I don't know. I just don't usually use them for, I might use them for bread sometimes or pasta, but I just find it kind of pointless. Like, I think where before I used to think of bread as a necessity, like, well, it's got to have a pasta, or it's got to have potatoes, or it's got to have bread, or, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, no, actually, meals can be perfectly fine without all that, and that's all just bonus. So that's kind of how I feel about it. All right, I'm going to put this in the fridge just to show it to you real quick. Look, that's the layers we just built. How good. Yum, yum. Okay. So that's going in the fridge now. And now we're going to make the fams. I am not anywhere near as, like, picky as far as, like, measuring stuff. I mean, I kind of eyeball it because my brain just naturally does, but I don't go ballistic with it. Okay. Here is the stuff I'm going to use for that. Let me get their cheeses out. Right there. That's like, are you seeing my butt? Not really. Okay, that's good. I like to go special with the cheese for the banana. So I got her a Bistro Italian blend cheese. Alright. Red sauce, just going to use the rest of it. Ricotta. There we go. Feta. Let me cover that before I drop it. Ooh, okay. It's always scary to do this and have my my iPad in here. It's like, ooh, that could go very, very wrong now, couldn't it? I use a Hunt's, like, Let me go get the thing for you. This is what I use. Hunt's Garlic and Herb. It's very, very plain. It's very light. It's 40 calories a serving. It's not a big deal. And the reason I use it is because I dress it up with other stuff. So it's not like it really matters if it's gourmet. Okay, there we go there. Now for hers, of course, we have noodles. I say hers. It's the banana, by the way. The family. This one's the family one we're making. So here we go. A little bit of all over the ground, all over the bottom. I'm going to lay down the noodles. I got like the best compliment in the world because I made this and sent it to my mama's house. One of the times the banana had to work and she was staying with my mom. And my mom was like, "Ooh, this is so good." And I was like, "Oh, my mama likes my stuff." That's so cool. You know, because that's just neat. When your mama likes what you're cooking. Sorry about the noise, people. Some portabellas in there, so we're sticking with our theme. Portabellas and onion, and carrots, some broccoli, and some sauce to top it all. I might have to make more sauce because this is a big container. And I'm kind of liberal with it. I think the saucier the better when it comes to lasagna. Another layer of noodles. Make them all fit. Alright. Yeah, we definitely need more sauce. It's okay. You just adjust and keep going, right? You guys have been so fun as far as all this goes. Like, people are like, "Oh, I like these videos. Oh, this is so, you know, so much fun. I'm going to try it." I just think it's so neat because a couple, like I say this all the time, but it's true. What, just a couple of years ago, oh, I already have it out, kids. I didn't even cook. So the idea that now I'm doing this with you guys and we're here, you know, cooking every day and other people are getting inspired to cook by me is just bizarre and awesome. Shows us how much our life can change. Yes, I'm making a video. The kids are like, "What are you talking to?" Alright, it shows us how much our life can change, how, like, I don't know. Ashley and I were just talking about that the other day. Like, you know, we were talking about, watch this. There's my can. Shut up. This was actually, I feel like so lazy when I use it, but it's for when I'm having a fibro flare up and stuff, and I can't, there was times when I can't use a can opener, so finally one day after crying about it long enough, I'm layering carrots. I was like, I have to do something. I have to be able to open cans. I need to change this because it's too upsetting. And so, that little guy came home with me. He works really well. Alright. So now that we're done with him, we'll go ahead and... Woo! Add some more. I'm so glad that y'all have given me such positive feedback because I feel kind of like a dork doing this. It's like, oh, missing the pan. Oh, you know, screwing up this and that. It's like the weirdest thing ever. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't even know. I think I was talking about sending it to my mama's. Alright, some onions and baby portabellas up in there, up in there. Some spinach. The kids will actually eat some of this some of the time, but not if they see what I'm putting in it. If they know it's in there, then they look for it and they're like, I don't like carrots, or I don't like this, or I don't like that, you know? So it's best to just not let the kids know what's going on in there. This is our final layer of stuff before we put in the, this is our last layer. There's going to be one more layer of, noodles, and then there's going to be sauce and cheese, but because this is our last layer, I'm kind of throwing everything in, and I'm going to put some shredded cheese in this layer. I don't put it in every single layer, and I don't go too crazy with it here because the ricotta is mixed in and so is the feta. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and top it with this. With the sauce. Okay. And now I'm going to put the final layer of noodles on. Noodle? Noodle. Alright. And I'm going to top again with the sauce. Now this, I'm going to coat really, really well with the cheese. And this again, I am not planning on cooking this until tonight. This is a bigger one. It will take slightly longer to cook. The time I gave you for the last one is actually overkill because it's a little one, but I just cooked them at the same time because this is going to be a 45-minute and then 15 minutes uncovered and then a 15-minute set and it'll be done. OMG. Look, that's 2 lasagnas we just made. One with pasta and one without. I'm going to put this in and then we're going to do our final dish, which we are going to cook right now because even though it's not being eaten, I'm making that dish, cooking it and everything, because it's going to work with the banana tomorrow. She's actually working at a place where she has a microwave available, so I'm going to take advantage of that and cook for her in a way that she can take it with her. That's fun. Okay. Here we go. We're getting so much done today. Alright, using roasted red pepper Alfredo. But I did want to mention that I'm using the one in my fridge before I open the new one. Because I always mess that up. You always want to use the oldest stuff so that you can make sure, right? It's been sitting out for a minute, which is why it's not too crazy creamy. And here we go. Start layering it. A little bit more. A little bit more. Some cheese. So it's got noodles, it's got sauce, pasta, spinach and sauce, a little bit of cheese. And now I'm going to take some shrimp that I cooked the way I did earlier in the week. And I'm going to drop those in. They're just sauteed. And I'm going to sprinkle those in because that is the meat in this one. So delish. And now I'm going to take another noodle. I don't know. Noodle? Pasta? Another. It's a noodle. That's what I call it. That's what it is. Oh, I should have opened my jar before I went all like crazy and got my hands all dirty. Oh, it is a good day in the kitchen. The jar just popped right open. Okay. Okay. A little bit of sauce. Spinach. I don't have these portabellas cut as thin as I want them at this point, but that's okay. I'm going to cut up some mushroom and stick the mushroom in. The rest of the shrimp, because this is our last underneath layer, and after this it's just going to be pasta, sauce, and cheese. So a couple more shrimps. A little bit of pasta, a little bit of sauce. Rub it out. And another layer of noodle or pasta, whatever you want to call it. A little bit more sauce on top. All around. And we're going to top it with the cheese. Alright. Now this one I am going to cook, like I said. I'm cooking it now just so I can have it all ready for her to just take it with her and microwave it. And I'm going to cook that by covering it. I'm going to reuse this tin foil because all it had on it was the pasta noodles. I'm going to spray it so it doesn't overstick to my my cheese that's on there. Get a good seal on it. And then we're going to cook that for 45 minutes, covered. I'm going to uncover it for 10 minutes, let it sit until it cools enough to put into the fridge, and she can take it to work with her tomorrow. I will show it to you guys, like all of the the lasagna tonight, because that's what I'm having for dinner. I'll show you the lasagna when I serve it to the banana, but for now, that's what we're doing, and we're done. I don't know how long that took. I think it was about 30 minutes, but we made 3 different dishes in 30 minutes. That's pretty killer. Having an afternoon snack of a pink crisp apple, which you guys may or may not know is my favorite, and a cup of coffee. It's 3 o'clock, which is my absolute cutoff for coffee, so having it and enjoying it. So this is the shrimp Alfredo mini lasagna that we made for the banana to take to work. I just got it out the oven. Look at that. It needs to sit
for, like, if I was going to serve it, it would need to sit for 15 to 20 minutes because it's, one, piping hot, and two, it just needs to set itself up. But there we go. I'm going to let that cool for a very long time, probably about an hour. Then I'm going to cover it and put it in the fridge. So, roasted Brussels sprouts. This is actually going to come up probably next week because somebody asked about it. So we're going to do this together next week, I believe. But, yeah, that's lunch. So there it is. That's the one we made for the family. And here it is in its bowl. And then here is mine. That's an individual serving, so I'm good. That's the one without the pasta. So that was our creations, kids. We did that together. How does that feel?